What's going on, everybody? This is Zach with Strictly Shisha. I hope everyone is doing well. You guys ready for another review? Today I'm reviewing the Sahara Smoke Assassin Hookah. Sahara Smoke has been around for a very long time, I think since 2002 or 2003. They are based in Georgia, yes, my home state. And I remember when I first started smoking, a lot of my friends were showing off their Sahara Smoke pipes. I was showing off my KM, something I was proud of at the time. Still love the KMs. But what I noticed was with those Sahara Smoke pipes, they tend to rust out and they weren't very good quality. Always beautiful pipes, very intricate design, but I never found the quality to be that great. And that's kind of how I thought about them for many years until they came out with their flagship Sahara Smoke Executive, that brass beauty. Very, very high quality pipe, trying to cater towards the enthusiast smoker. When before, they made pipes that, in my opinion, cater towards beginner smokers, maybe even your first pipe. If you start off with the Sahara Smoke pipe as your first pipe, you did pretty good. I started off with a Chinese pumpkin hookah. It was gross, it was ugly. But yes, I still think they're beginner pipes. But after seeing that executive hookah, feeling it in hand, smoking it on multiple occasions, I even had one in hand, I dropped it at the show, embarrassed the hell out of myself in the Sahara Smoke booth. I was like, this is a great product. I saw some of their new accessories, like the stone vortex bowl, some of their hoses. I was like, you know what? They've really stepped up their quality. It's time to revisit the brand. So when they came out with the Assassin Hookah, they actually asked me to review it. I'm very thankful they did because it's something I've always wanted to do, especially with that bias for so long, not thinking they're high quality, but seeing changes. I was like, it's definitely time to revisit the brand. So let's get into the Assassin Hookah Stem, one of the latest additions to the Sahara Smoke lineup. First of all, this is a medium-sized hookah. Although it looks a little bit on the large size to me, it is paired with a Sahara Smoke medium-sized base. It is made of aluminum and I think stainless steel, and it does have threaded portions on the downstem, and it is a sleeve-like design. Now, if you guys are wondering what a sleeve-like design, I refer to that in my Hookah review. A sleeve-like design basically means there is a solid stem in the middle and decorative portions slide onto the stem and affix to it some way. So this does have that. There are threaded portions throughout the stem itself, and that is going to be my first major concern of this pipe. Something I've always thought Sahara Smoke lacking. Their threading was never good, but I thought they made it a little bit better. But let's get into this. So, first of all, before I say anything, this hookah does smoke well. So don't get me wrong throughout this video if I am acting a little bit negative. I just want you guys to know this thing does rip. It smokes extremely, extremely well. I just find some quality issues in this, but there also are, on the counterpart, some very, very cool and unique features. So, starting on the bottom here, I do have a Sahara Smoke Genie style base. It's one that I chose, and personally, I think I chose a bad base for this hookah. It doesn't pair very well. First issue I had, the downstem that was included with this hookah stock was too long. And it's supposed to be advertised that the sonic diffuser does fit on this hookah, but it didn't. Sahara Smoke customer service was fantastic. They sent me out, I think, 5 new downstems. And I'll show you guys here. These are 3 of them. Look at this. They sent me out new downstems at different lengths just to affix with my handmade base. Now, I still don't like them. It still does not the right length for me. It is hard to find the water level. I'm always flooding it. But when you do put on the sonic diffuser, which is a fantastic product, it does smoke a lot better. So my first recommendation, if you are picking up an Assassin stem, do not pick up a Genie style base. Pick a medium Sahara Smoke base, like an orb or something more of an Egyptian style, something a little more traditional looking so that you can get higher water levels in there and it doesn't flood. So that is my input on the base itself. But the quality on the base, very, very nice. Sahara Smoke has known to make some of the most beautiful, high quality bases. In my opinion, I think the bases are even nicer than some of the hookahs. But yes, that was my choice, my fault. But this is the one that the hookah was advertised with, so I went with that one. Like I said, my fault. Moving on up into the removable downstem. This is the first problem. The threading on the downstem and the port are just so poorly done. If you even leave it for a day, it gets stuck. I've removed this thing with vice grips so many times, and yet it still gets stuck. It's currently stuck on there. I cannot remove the downstem. Now, for some people, that's not a problem. You leave the downstem in there, you forget about it, pretend it never came out. That's one issue that I have with this hookah that I'm not happy with. The next portion is you do have a traditional chamber. Great thing to have out of a hookah. It makes the Purge really nice. And let's get into the Purge. So the Purge port is very, very unique. It is a removable Purge port that acts as a hose port. First of its kind like this, and it functions amazingly. This is actually, if I'm gonna say this, one of the best purges I've used in a long time. This thing purges so smoothly, comes stock with a plastic ball, and it is double function. So I really like that. Let me demonstrate the purge right now. Nice and full. You guys ready? Can you see me? Perfect. Look at that purge. It's effortless, it's smooth. Fantastic purge. So Sahara smoke, I love the purge. I love that you can remove the filter cap thing on the purge and put in another hose and make this a 2-hose hookah. Currently, I'm by myself, so it's smoking 1 hose today with the purge inserted. But hypothetically, if you had a friend and you didn't want to pass the hose, you could take out the purge cap and install another hose without having a purge. Moving on up into the heart of the hookah, what a heavy and high quality feeling heart. The heart and the sleeve design that goes over the stem, very, 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 very heavy. Very heavy. It's super heavy, super nice, feels not hollow in hand. It just feels amazing. So I love the weight on that. I thought it would translate to quality, and it does in some aspect, but because there are more threaded portions between the heart and the sleeve portion, I have issues there. Granted, those threading are better than the downstem threading. I still have gotten those stuck as well, so I don't like that part. In the actual sleeve itself, there are holes, and because this is a sleeve-like design, if you wash it out, sometimes there is moisture in there and it can collect and cause buildup. But it's really cool that there are holes in here. I'm assuming to help ventilate, maybe it's just aesthetics. I think it would help ventilate, air out the downstem itself so that it doesn't get buildup on the inside. Another good thought in there. That means they have experience in the industry, especially with the sleeve-like design. It's something Sahara Smoke has done for many years, so I think they're learning from there. They've done a good job there. Moving on up into the tray does screw into the bowl port, so it doesn't move. It's not super lightweight, it's nice and heavy. It doesn't discolor if you leave coals on there. I think the tray is very good. Proportionally to the size of the hookah, as you guys can see, it looks good, you know, I like that. Now I think on the other hand, if you look down here, the heart's a little fat. I think it looks kind of ugly, in my opinion. That's another opinion thing. That's up to you guys whether you guys think so or not. But the size of the tray works really well. No problems at all with the functionality of the bowl port. There is a slight bit of chipping on the top of the bowl port, which is where most of the wear is gonna come on any hookah. Same thing with my Zara spade, the top of the bowl port did chip, but the powder coating so far on the hookah as a whole has held up, and I really like the matte finish on here. Does give that assassin-like feel to it. More like a ninja feel to me, but I guess assassin. Since we are moving on up, let's go ahead and talk about the bowl. Today I'm obviously using a Goodfella V3 bowl. Mine did come with a regular Sahara Smoke Vortex. Not the stone Vortex, just a regular ceramic one. I don't prefer those bowls, so I'm not using it. Mine did come with one, but from the description online, bowls are not included with this, so don't worry about that. I'm using my own bowl today, and I'm using an Ottoman Ignis, using 3 Cocoa Earth cubes, my current coal of choice. And I don't know if you guys can see, but I do have a wine cork as a handle on here. We'll talk about that another day though. You guys are wondering what I'm smoking. Today I'm smoking an unreleased flavor from Fumari. If you guys saw the review previously of Mojito Mojo, fantastic flavor, highly recommended. I was actually craving some yesterday, but I'm out, so I ordered some. But yes, Fumari is working on a new flavor. I am testing it out. I don't know what it is. They didn't tell me, and it's not labeled, but it's so far really, really good. I am getting some cinnamon notes to it, so we'll see what it ends up being as a final product, but so far, so good. Now, in terms of the hose, this hookah does not come with a hose. It is just sold as the stem only with the tray and the necessary grommets. The hose, I think I was given as a gift. This is the Sahara Smoke washable silicone hose. Now, overall, this hose is quite ugly and bulky, but one thing I do like about this hose, it does have a really large gauge, which pairs really nicely with the hookah itself. One thing I can give you advice though, if you do end up picking up one of these hoses, the actual hose port that inserts into the hookah is very, very, very restricted. As you guys can see here, it's also a wooden tip, very similar to those old style Maya hookahs. I don't really care for the design of this, but especially if you guys do decide to get one, I would replace this tip with the tip that comes with a D hose or something similar that will really widen the gauge. And functionality wise, this thing smokes well. The silicone is a bit rigid, more similar to a D hose than not. So it's just a hose, it costs 20 bucks, it's not bad. I probably wouldn't buy one, but since I got one, I am smoking this today, and Like I said, the draw is really nice and wide open and pairs really nicely with a wide open draw of this pipe. It is a small stack hookah, which is my preference. I hate really tall hookahs. I don't think they smoke well. This is a great ideal size, perfect for the tabletop, and I always find the medium to smaller hookahs have a really nice wide open draw. Even if the gauge of the downstem is similar to a larger hookah, you will find it to always be a little more wide open just because the smoke has less distance to travel. In terms of the gauge of the downstem, it is actually larger than a Starbuzz. It's a little bit smaller than the Hoob and a little bit larger than a Spade, if you guys would like comparison. I really love the draw on this hookah. It's perfect for me. It's not too wide while you lose flavor. It's nice and wide open so I can rip the clouds. It's not restricted at all, so I'm not like sucking through a straw, especially when you pair it with a nice wide open hose like this one is. So draw on this, great. Smoking and functionality wise, this hookah rips. Very simply, this hookah smokes extremely well when you pair it with the right base or you have a Sahara smoke diffuser on there, something along those lines. So with a little bit of work, this thing does smoke really well. I think as a stock hookah with the right base, this thing would rip. But because I am using a Genie style base and it does flood, I do have the Sahara Smoke Sonic diffuser on here. Fantastic diffuser. It doesn't need threads. It just kind of slips on. Really quiets down the hookah. It's really smooth. I wish I could put this diffuser on all my hookahs. This thing is really nice. Overall opinion though of the Sahara Smoke Assassin Stem, aesthetically, it's not my choice. I don't really like the look of it, but that's just an opinion. How does it smoke? It smokes great, undeniably, rips, great flavor, great smoke production. Overall, 2 thumbs up for that. In terms of quality, this is where I have the biggest issue with this hookah, and this is a factor that is preventing me from recommending it to you guys. I think the quality, although is better than what I remember the Sahara Smoke hookahs used to be many years ago, I still think it's lacking in many important functions like the threading. I have hookahs that have some sketchy threading. Okay, I don't know if I said this before, my B2, one of the most expensive and one of my favorite hookahs, has a little bit of sketchy threading. It's not the best threading, but I'm not worried about it ever cross threading. I'm not worried about those threads letting me down or getting stuck or anything like that. This hookah has gotten stuck more times than not. It's always like got buildup in there. I see some things that kind of look like rust. I can't verify that for a fact or not. Inside the hose port, it's got some discoloration in there. There's always buildup. Now, I did smoke this thing for a long time. I've used this thing for many months now. It is sat in water intentionally to show you guys the longevity of this pipe. I've left every hookah in water for a week. My Hoob, my B2, my Shikas, never a problem. The Hoob is also threaded as well. This hookah guarantees gets stuck every time. The threads are always crunchy and nasty. It's just, that is my problem with this hookah, is the threads and the quality issue in that. And that is why I cannot recommend this pipe to you guys. For $79, it is a good value. You are getting a great smoking pipe, but simply, I do not think this hookah will last the test of time based off my experience, and that's why I waited such a long time to do a review of this, because I knew that Sahara Smoke, right off the back, some of their older pipes always smoked great at the beginning, quality-wise felt good at the beginning, but as time progressed, it went a little downhill. And so I really want to test this hookah out. I don't want to just put it out for you guys at the beginning and say first week it worked great. And I have put this thing through the ringer, like I said, and I still see some issues. So, it's up to you guys, what you guys are interested in out of your pipe. If you like the look of it, if you don't really care that the threads stick, leave it always connected and never really worry about it. Forget it ever came apart. And if that works for you, that's cool. For me, I'd want my $79 to go a little bit longer way. I want it to last me a test of time. I'd personally rather just buy a simple Shika that comes with all the accessories for just a little bit more. Pick up a Zara Spade on sale for just basically the same price, or even step up to a better CNC machine pipe. I just can't recommend it to you guys for that price, but you never know. Your interest in hookah might be different than mine. You might just want one for a few weeks or whatever it may be. It is up to you guys, but now at least you guys have some more information on this pipe to make a judgment call that's best for you guys. By the way, if you guys are still unsure of this pipe after this review, please watch other reviews. I know Januck has one, Owen has one, Christian has one, Wade has one. They are all people that I trust and respect a lot. So watch their reviews as well. We all have slightly different opinions about the pipe. Some of them love it. Some don't like some of the same flaws that I don't like. So it's up to you guys. So yes, thank you guys always for watching. Wasn't trying to be negative in this video. I just want you guys to know what my tested opinion of this pipe is, like I said, I just kind of avoid it these days. You know, it's sitting here, I want to smoke out of it, but I'm just like, it's a lot of work. It's cumbersome to yank those threads apart, to worry about it getting stuck, just finding that water level. For me, it's just whatever. Make sure if you guys do get it though, you guys get the right base that fits it. Get a larger base, not the Genie style. Check out Sahara Smoke's website. They do have a lot of bases to choose from. Check out Hookah Heroes. They do sell this pipe as well. But like I said, it wouldn't be my choice. But thank you guys. Have a wonderful night. Thumbs up if you like the video, and don't thumbs up if you don't like it, just mostly thumbs up, and subscribe. And I always love you guys. Thanks guys, bye.